Good morning, Flosstube. Welcome. I am Tamara. I am PD Stitcher here on YouTube and over on Instagram. This is my channel about cross stitch and all things cross stitchy related. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you will stick around. If you see something you like, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button. Welcome. If you are returning, welcome back to all my Flosstube friends. I have done quite a bit of stitching this month. I've got quite a few things to share. I've also got a finish, which is amazing for me, and a few other things, some life stuff, some plans, but I'm gonna probably do a separate plans video because I'm gonna I'll talk about my December plans here, but I'm gonna do a separate plans video about 2025 and my goals and plans for that. At some point in December, hopefully, I will do a whip parade. We shall see. Today is the 30th of November, so this is my November wrap-up, kind of share everything I did this month. Obviously, it's only 8 o'clock in the morning, so I will probably be stitching this afternoon some, but it'll be on one of the pieces that I will show you today. I'm just going to continue working on it from yesterday, and that progress you'll see when I do my December or when I do my whip parade. So that was about 2 minutes of me just kind of babbling. This might be the last Flosstube in this room that I will be doing. As you can see behind me, if you are returning, that used to be shelving with some of my cross stitch and crafting stuff, and now it is a dresser because for those of you who are new, I have 5 children, 4 of whom are technically adults, and then one who is still in high school. 3 of them, hold on just one moment. Sorry about that, Mila was being a little noisy. But 3 of them who live here. I have one who is a nurse and lives on his own, and then another who is married, and like I said, 3 girls who live here. We have a 4-bedroom house. So 2 of the girls had been sharing a room. It made more sense for them to separate rooms and kind of have their own space. So I'm giving up my office space to and my craft room space for them to each have their own room. So we've kind of moved some stuff around. Got the dresser in here. That dresser was in the hallway, and now my shelves are in the hallway. And not sure where exactly my quote office space will be, but we'll figure that out. So let's do some looking at what I've done. First thing I want to show you is my finish. This is Happily Ever After, and I've got my notes and stuff on my computer, so if I'm looking down there, that's what I'm looking at. This is from Jolly Doodle on Etsy, and it was stitched on 40 count Grace Notes Frosted Lemonade. I'm going to only show you the top part because I don't want to give all of their information, but this was a wedding sampler that I've done for my daughter who got married this year. So her name is Aria, his name is Noah, but I will leave their last name off for their privacy. And she has a love of all things Disney, so you can kind of see there. You can see the color really good there of that yellow fabric. And so this is a finish. It obviously needs to be ironed, and then I'm going to take it to get professionally framed. I don't normally spend the money on framing, but it is a gift for my daughter, so it will get the extra money put towards it to have it done correctly, professionally, nicely, all that stuff. This was housed in an Amazon bag. I'm not ashamed to say that that's where most of my projects are housed because I can afford that. So that's my only finish. that's okay. I have had 7 finishes this year, which is pretty good for me. I don't think I'll have any more finishes in 2024, but that's okay. 7 is a good number. It's more than one every other month, so I'll take it. Now let's move on to whips. This is August Gnome, and it is by Cross Stitch for Everyone on Etsy. And let me find my whiteboard. And it is being stitched on 40 count Grace Notes Mojito Smoothie, which is a nice little green-ish color. I do not have a cover photo for this, so let me see if I can pull one up. So this is the digital rendering of what it should look like when it's done. My birthday is in August, which is why I started with the August gnome. Obviously, I've not ironed anything, so please ignore the wrinkles from where it's been folded in the bag. But most of his hat is done. I've kind of started on some of the others. What I try to do is, as I pull in colors from here, I just continue with that color until I run out of floss, and then go to the next color. I've zeroed out several colors in here so far, so that's always nice, because I do have this on Pattern Keeper. And the I don't remember where I got the needle binder from. I think it was Mad for Minders, but it was perfect to go with the Watermelon Gnome. You can kind of see the green color. We are finally hitting cold weather here in South Carolina. It's nice. I love cold weather because I don't like to go out. If I could avoid leaving my house ever, I would, but, you know, I have to go to work and things for the kids and shop and, you know, this stuff, the necessary stuff. But when it's cold, I can stay home and bundle up and, you know, just have a reason not to go anywhere or do anything. When it's really hot, I can't get comfortable, and so I can bundle up in the cold. I can't take off more clothes when it's hot. So that's why I like the cold weather much more. I know there's a lot of y'all who probably love summer and warm weather and beach and all that. That is not me. I like the cold. Now, I'm hoping. We do not get snow hardly ever in South Carolina, especially where I am. I'm down in the coastal area. The foothills in the upstate kind of get some sometimes, but we don't. So I'm hoping for snow this year. We had a kind of weird summer, so sometimes when the weather in the summer is, you know, unusual, winter will bring us some snow. Crossing my fingers. And this is housed in a project bag from Barefoot Needle Art. It's summery, beachy. It's my August birthday month gnome, so it gets that. All right, the next one has been a focus piece all year. This is Rosetta from Ink Circles. Let me pull up that cover photo. So that's what the cover photo looks like, but I am doing each of the medallions in a different color. And all of the outline between the medallions is in Weeks Dye Works Kohl. And I will have all of the colors that I've used so far listed in the description box below. This is being stitched on 40 count Grace Notes fabric Sparkling Grape. I've got 7 of the 12. I have 5 left to do. So I'm doing a teal, and then the teal will go down there, and then a pink, and a pink, a green, That will be green, and then green will be the first one down there. And then purple, purple, and purple down here. So this is the one that I just finished this month. Let me see if I can. And while I'm trying to fold, I will talk to you. I don't remember where I got this needle minder, but it's a cute little butterfly. Has nothing to do with Rosetta, but you know, it's pretty. Rosetta's pretty. That's the only thing that matters to me, is if it's pretty. So here is this one. That one was stitched with Weeks Dye Works Azaleas. I do remember that. So, and then I just finished this motif in between and going down and started on this one down here so that I can move on to the green that will go here. I don't remember what color I'm putting there. This will get 1,000 stitches in December. I've been doing 1,000 stitches a month on this piece, and if I follow the same timeline in 2025, I will finish this about halfway through 2025, June, July, somewhere in there. So I'm looking forward to finishing that, since I've already stitched it 3/4 of the way the first time, restarted it. Now I'm a little over halfway done with this time. And this is housed in a So Much to Love Mickey Mouse bag. The inside fabric is the yellow plaid with her signature red felt heart. Flosstube itchy nose this morning, I apologize. So this next one is housed in a Go On Totten Bags Christmas Mickey Mouse. If you've been here for a while, my daughter came by her love for Mickey and Disney and all that stuff, honestly, because I am a Disney fanatic. Disney and Peanuts. As you can see, my calendar back there, with Charlie Brown, Snoopy, Mickey Mouse, Disney, and Peanuts. So this is Christmas Village Stocking from Cooler Designs. Sorry. And I'm trying to pull out the cover photo. So this is what it will look like, the digital rendering of it. I've made Christmas stockings. I've stitched Christmas stockings for all 5 of my children and my husband. The children's have all been made into stockings. My husband's, the stitching's been done for 2 years. I haven't gotten it made into a stocking yet. Next Christmas. He will have that stocking for next Christmas. This will probably be mine if I don't end up putting a child-in-law or some grandchild or something's name on it. It's being stitched on 28 count antique white Monaco. I didn't serge it. It's all ratty on the edges. It's very stiff. I'm not a big fan of this fabric, but I'd already gotten too far when I figured out that I really didn't like it. There's my needle minder. I believe that is from the Christmas bag that Vic from Stitch and Button did two Christmases ago. And here's where it is. I've finished the top half, and now we're moving into the foot part of the stocking. The only thing that's left to do on the top half, obviously, is the name. Once I figure out whose this is going to be, it will probably be mine, but I'm not sure. If somebody else needs a stocking between the time of today and the time this is finished, it will become theirs, and mine can be put off. I'm planning to live forever anyways. I can make a stocking at some point. I have to live forever. I have way too much stash to not. Not only stash, but just items that I'm working on. So this one is hard for me to work on because I don't like the fabric. I'm going to have to really make an effort to put stitches into it next year because I would like to get it closer to a finish. I doubt I'll get it finished in 2025, but I'd like for it to, move a little closer to a finish. This next one is also in a So Much to Love bag with peacock colors. Purples, blues, turquoises. And this is Pandemic by Long Dog Sampler, and it's being stitched on 40 count Week Style Works angel hair. And here's where it is now. I love this piece. I don't know why I don't work on it more, except for the fact that I have too many other things I want to work on more. So what I've been doing this last time since I've gotten it out again is working down here. I finished this big flower. I've got to do the center. Got to finish this squirrel. And I've worked this all the way down to where the border will meet. I have the needle minder on this is The Nightmare Before Christmas. I think it's kind of fitting because the pandemic was a nightmare. So it gets the nightmare needle minder. So for those of you who aren't aware, this was a freebie pattern from Long Dog Sampler in 2020. And I got it then. It's still available, but you have to pay for it now. Okay, the next one is also in a Garan toten bags. This is a moth, butterfly, pinks and blue. Oh, not pinks. There's no pink in that. Greens and blues. And this is Have Faith by Cottage Garden Samplings. If I can find the cover photo. I am stitching this as a stitch along with Carrie from The Patient Stitcher. Carrie, I'm trying. I've been working on this when I go to soccer games. I'm still working on leaves. I will be working on leaves forever. But I did start on the border down here the other day. Let's see if I can put something behind that if you can see it. Once the blue gets added to the border, that white will be easier to see. There's an issue somewhere down in here that I've personalized. I have no idea where, but I did kind of make it all work. Got a good bit. Like this whole leaf is done. This one's almost done. This one's got some more. But all of this is now complete. And then I'm working up into that leaf. Like I mentioned, I've been working on this at my daughter's soccer games. Her season is now over for the fall. So not really sure if this will be my soccer game stitch for the spring. She plays for her high school as well. She played club in the fall. The last tournament we went to was in Savannah, which is where my brother and his family live. So I didn't do a lot of stitching at the game because my brother and his family came to the games and I hung out with them and talked with them. The needle minder on this is from Stitch and Button. It's a Charlie Brown and Snoopy. All things peanuts. This is being stitched on 40 count pewter. I bought it from 123 Stitch and it doesn't have a fabric designer listed, so 40 count pewter. This next one is housed in a lovely Amazon bag. This is also an Etsy design. I have a lot of Etsy designs. The name of it is Running. It's very simple. And it is from Light Unicorn Designs on Etsy. This is what it's going to look like. Well, the digital rendering of it. One of my daughters, my youngest plays soccer. That's the soccer player. My second youngest runs. If you've been with me for a while, I've talked about the fact that she hasn't run for a year now. She did sign and she ran for a college for her cross country season her freshman year, and then she got a stress fracture in her right leg at the end of cross country season, beginning of indoor season, and she had a redshirt for indoor and outdoor last year. She is in her sophomore year. She was finally healing from that stress fracture when she developed a stress fracture in her other leg, in her left leg, this summer. So she had to sit out this cross-country season. And, you know, it's hard. It's hard if you are a runner, and that's been her identity for almost 10 years now. And she kind of had that taken away for a year. She's finally able to start running again. She's finally liking running again. It's good to see. For a while, I wasn't sure if I was going to continue on this piece because I didn't want it to upset her because she really wasn't enjoying running because she wasn't running. And so the whole thought of it was just really stressful for her. I'm going to take this needle minder off. It says I'm kind of a big deal to my LNS. So this was from Fire Puppies when they had a store down in the Charleston, Mount Pleasant area. But it is, the needle always slips to the bottom, no matter where I put the magnet on the back. So the needle slips off easily, so I don't want that to happen. This is being stitched on 40 count Grace Notes Fabrics Pensiero. If you haven't figured it out, I really like Grace Notes Fabrics fabric. It's not too stiff, but it's not really loose. The Weeks Dye Works fabric that I'm doing Pandemic on is kind of loose and thin. I've got her whole arm done. Started in on her hair up here and a little bit down into her torso. I was trying to bridge. This was the edge of a page right here. So I was bridging from this page into this page. So I did a little bit of that torso so I could get that page completed. And that finished my goal for 2024. I would love to see her head and torso and other arm completed in 2025, and then that will leave me with legs in 2026. And if I can get more than that done, great. And if I can't, that's okay. Because she is only a sophomore and potentially has, now that she's redshirted all 3 seasons, indoor, outdoor, and cross country, she has 4 more years of running, including this spring. So, I've got time. She'll still be running. Even when she finishes college, she plans to still run. So, the next 3 are my big full coverages. The first one is 3 Dolphins by Carol Cavalaris. The artwork is by Carol Cavalaris. And it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's the colors. The colors got me. If you haven't figured it out, the teals, the blues, the greens, they warm my heart. Those peacock colors. So I love this piece. I would love it more if I got more done on it. Here is where it is. This is being stitched on 28 count Easy Grid. I have finally got a dolphin fin instead of just all of this blue, which is why I think I'm liking it a little bit more now that I'm starting to see some stuff, which means so this one I'm working diagonal pages, so I did move into this page a little bit because I just wanted to finish off the thread on my needle, but I'm trying to complete this page down here, and then I'll come back up here and work diagonal. So when I get to this page, I'm very excited because there should be a good bit of dolphin here. And I'm pretty sure there's dolphin up here. I think that is also part of the dolphin. So I'm looking forward to seeing something other than background. The dorsal fin on that dolphin made me very happy when I figured out what that was. You know, when you're stitching and it's up close, you don't see it. You just see stitches. And then when I held it back, oh, that is the fin. Very excited. So it looks like that is that fin right there. So yes, it looks like I'm going to come into dolphin head. There is red somewhere in this because there's like 4 stitches of red listed. And I know there's like purple around the edges and stuff, but I don't know where there's red. unless it's down in here. So I'm kind of excited to see where I'm going to get that red. And it was on the floss list, some red, and so, you know. The next one is, oops, I am sorry, I dropped my phone. The next one is Christmas 2, also charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. The artwork is by Ciro Marchetti, and that is the cover photo. This is in the Q-Snap. The other one is in the Q-Snap, but I haven't done so much that you can't see everything I've done. This one, on the other hand, I've done a lot. I think I've finished 20 pages now, which makes me very happy. As you can tell, I do park threads on this one. This one is a paper pattern that I'm working on. So I finished this page, and now I'm working across. I just started up in this little corner of the next page. This is my other focal piece. I try to do 1,000 tent stitches. This is stitched 2/1 tent on 25 count easy grid. The other's being stitched 1/1 on 28. This needle minder is from the Frosted Pumpkin, back when they had a Nutcracker sale that I did, which I think was in 2019, the end of 2019. Christmas 2 is my oldest whip, and will probably be will not be my most long lasting. I have another one that's much bigger and has not nearly as much work done. I haven't worked on that recently. I worked on it in October, not in November. This last one is Cardinal in the Snow. This is also from Etsy, from X Square Cross Stitch. This was a gift from one of my older daughters. The pattern was. It is a paper pattern. I am still very, very much in the background. There is a little bit behind the Q-Snap here. So I'm working across the top, and I'm very much in the background. So I'm trying to finish this page. I am feathering into the next page. I think the page break is right there. So I'm working. This is what I've been working on yesterday, and my goal today is to try and get a good bit of this. I'd love to get a page finished, but that's a good 800 stitches, and I don't stitch that much in a day. I stitch very slowly. I admire those people. There are people that I watch on Flosstube, like Dina, half stitch, cross stitch. Oh my goodness, she is a prolific stitcher. She can get 500 to 800 stitches done in a day, at least. Me, I'm happy if I get 800 stitches done in a week. So, you know, at some point, you know, I'm going to be retired. I won't have children still living at home or in activities. Hopefully I'll have grandchildren in activities that I can go watch at that point, but it won't be quite as time demanding as my life is right now. I'm okay with that. I like my life right now, and I like being able to stitch when I have downtime. This is a hobby, not a job, and I have to remind myself of that. This is a hobby, not a job. So when I don't have time, there were several days in November that I couldn't stitch. Let me see, there were 5 days in November that I did not stitch one stitch. That's okay. I did end up getting 6,368 stitches done this month, not including today. Today I'll also be doing some planning for December, as far as like looking ahead at the across sticks for 24 hours across stitch and magazine monthly challenge and things like that, just to see how I can fit in what I want to work on into those prompts. If I can't, I can't. I have a plan on what I want to work on. Those are my most important. So let's talk about what my plans are for December. Christmas 2 will get 1,010 stitches. Rosetta will get 1,000 stitches because those are every month, and that is the goal. Cardinal in the Snow, I would like to get a page finish. If it doesn't happen today, it should happen in the month of December. World of Disney, I did not pull that one out, but I will show you the cover photo for it. It is by Xana Cross-Stitch, or Xana Cross-Stitch, I'm not sure how to say it. This is my most massive whip. I have done this little corner with the plain and started into these two little areas right here. I would like to get to 3%. I am nowhere near 2%. It's going to take a ton of stitching for me to get to 3% by the end of this year. So I'm not really sure that's going to happen, but that's okay. I'm going to try. So that's another one I'm planning to work on in December. 3 Dolphins, I would like to get to 10%. I believe right now it's at 8 something. So that's doable. Christmas Village stocking, I would like to get a page finish. We shall see. In August Gnome, I would like to get to 50% stitched, and I think I'm at 40. So I think I can hit that. So those are my goals. And then I do have a start planned for December. It's one of the Shannon Christine Nutcrackers. I believe it's the 2023 Shannon Christine Nutcracker. I just purchased the 2024. I'm going to start the 2023 before I start the 2024. So those are my plans for December. I will do a plans video for what I'm planning to do in 2025. I am planning to do 25 starts in 2025. I may be insane. I'm okay with that. Right now, because I have finished another piece this month, I only have 16 active whips. So, and a lot of the ones I've planned to start in 2025 are small. Ornaments or just small pieces. So I could potentially start and finish them in the year of 2025. My goal is to not have more than 25 whips at the end of 2025 with 25 new starts. So we shall see. I'm planning to finish Rosetta. I'm pretty sure I can probably finish August Gnome. A couple others that I didn't share today. I have the Fox and Home of the Brave, which those should be able to be finished in 2025. So I have some potential for some of my bigger pieces that I currently have to be finished next year, as well as some of the small pieces I start next year. I should also be able to finish next year. I also have some big ones planned to start, so those will be years. Christmas too. I started that in 2019. 2019. That's my only 2019 piece. It will probably be 2039 before that is finished up. A 20-year project, that's not bad. Cardinal in the Snow, I started in 2020. Pandemic, I started in 2020. And 3 Dolphins, I started in 2020. So those 4, I would like to get closer to a finish in 2025 because they are my oldest whips. And if I can push them closer to a finish, that would be great. So probably will be taking Christmas 2 into 2025 as a focus. We'll definitely be taking Rosetta into 2025 as a focus. Once that one's finished, I will probably put Pandemic in its place so I can push that one closer to a finish. But we'll see. Life. I kind of sprinkled some life in amongst. But if you are just here for the stitching and you want to peace out, y'all have a great day. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. I would love to hit 400 subscribers in 2025. 500 would be even better, but 400 would be nice. Not because I'm about the numbers, but because I love my friendships that I have made on here. And I realize that a lot of the subscribers are not regulars. But the ones who are, I treasure y'all. I treasure the ones who comment and then we have conversations and, just stopping by and stitching with me for the 30 minutes to 40 minutes of my video. I appreciate y'all. I really do. So life stuff. Soccer's ended, so I don't have to go to Columbia, South Carolina. I live in Florence, South Carolina. It's an hour and a half away. Columbia is where my daughter plays. Her team is from there. So practice is 2 times a week, driving an hour and a half each way. That was 3 hours of my week that I was just in a car driving. 3 hours of twice a week that I was in a car just driving. So obviously I couldn't stitch because I was the one driving. I don't ride in a car well. I have to be the one driving. It's a control issue thing, and I'm okay. I own that. I'm good with that. I just know that that's time that I'm not stitching. That's free time, but if I was riding with somebody, I could be stitching. That's okay. So her school season will start after Christmas when they go back for the spring semester. My one at college, my runner at college, just trying to figure some stuff out for where she wants. This is going to be her room. She and my youngest shared a room. Okay, well, that, I didn't expect that to cut off, so this will be part 2 because I don't have the brain capacity to stitch these videos together today. So I was saying that my second youngest, this will be her room. My youngest 2 have been sharing a room. This will be her room. My third youngest, the other one that lives at home, she is entering her last semester of college and will be graduating in May, so that's very exciting. Also, kind of a little bit overwhelming for her because she has to start looking for a full-time job. She has a part-time job in retail that she does not want to continue when she graduates. So, she's got to look for a real big girl job. She is a history major with a minor in French, so that is not, not necessarily conducive for a, large job coming out of college. She's probably going to have to go to grad school, but a big girl job will be good for her. Then, for me, I've been working a lot. 2 weekends ago, we had a soccer tournament that I helped oversee. For those of you who do not know, I am a office assistant in the Parks, Recreation, and Sports Tourism office. I specifically answer to the assistant director who oversees the sports tourism. So I do a lot of writing bid proposals and processing money that comes in from our sports tourism, from tournaments and things. So we had a soccer tournament a couple weeks ago. That took up a good bit of my weekend. Next weekend we have, and there goes Milo. Next weekend we have youth basketball evaluations, and I will be working that to get kids checked in and get birth certificates, brought in and things like that. So some of my weekends I've not been able to do much stitching because I've just been working, and that's okay. I can use the money. It's always nice. It helps me work towards more stash because, you can never have too much stash. I should probably go now so I can check on where the dog went. Thank you to all of you. I appreciate all of you. I hope you all have a great December. I will hopefully see you a couple times in December with a whip parade, a plans video, and then my December wrap up at the end of the year. Y'all have a great, safe holidays, whatever holidays you celebrate. Keep happy, keep healthy, keep stitching. Bye.